Florida tease that happened not on Arsenal Cortina has been answered. Yeah. So, to put the context to it, after the Milano Cortina Olympics, the general manager of the Florida Panthers, who was heavily involved with the US team, did a post-Olympics press conference. And in it, he teased something that could be happening for Florida in regards to women's hockey. And immediately, everyone started putting two together and ended up with 5. Because everyone immediately thought, oh, there's going to be a expansion team in Florida. And us three immediately kind of shut that down. Well, we had a really good, lengthy discussion about it. You know, could Florida be up there? And we were all like, no, why? When Florida hasn't really been tested. I don't know about you two, but my position is when it comes to expansion, we need to make sure the markets have been well and truly tested. Whether that's by Takeover Tour or something else. We need to make sure that these markets have been well and truly tested out before we start thinking about where to go for a future PWHL team. But we're thinking Takeover Tour. I would like to see the Panthers barn next season. I would put them up there. Because I think we're looking at potential future markets. California, Florida are the way to go. Yeah. Especially how both those markets are booming in hockey, especially with what Florida's had over the last 6 years. Yeah. And if we're looking at either Florida or Tampa, I'd rather have Florida. I'd rather pick Florida. I'd rather have Florida with Tampa. Because Florida's close to Walt Disney World, right? Yes. Right, there you go. And of course, the biggest other thing you could do in Disneyland, you could do also do in Walt Disney World. So, yeah. But no, so if we're looking at wish list for Takeover Tour next year, I would put Florida up there, along with California. So the Panthers bar, I would love to get a Takeover Tour game next year. And you did watch that. I did watch the press conference when I saw the tweets posted about it. I thought, right, I need to go check this out. And it was like, He was very quick. He didn't really give the game away. But I was like, we haven't really thought about it since then. But now, we do know what that means. Now, I think this could be really good in terms of the future. Particularly when we're thinking about future expansion teams after this next cycle. Because I need to make it very, very, very clear this expansion is going to be fast and loud. Anyway, right, so the Florida Panthers will launch and support a new girls hockey program. Yeah, as part of the Florida Junior Panthers, which will be overseen by the organization's new travel hockey director, Rob Granato, with the goal of growing girls hockey in the Sunshine State. More opportunities for girls to play hockey are coming to South Florida, as the Florida Panthers recently announced the launch of a Tier 2 A and AA girls hockey program. The program, which will be supported by the AHL's Florida Panthers, will compete out of Baptist Health Iceplex in Fort Lauderdale and the Panthers Ice Den in Coral Springs, beginning next season. That's 26-27. It's exciting. It's something we've talked about for years, trying to get the support, trying to get the organisations together and really allow the young women and girls in our community a chance to play and to enjoy our great game and to be part of a team and to have fun and to dream big and have these same opportunities here that children do in upper areas, said Florida Panthers general manager Bill Zito. Zito was not Zito. Granato, that's what I'm going to say. Granato was hired as the Panthers youth travel hockey director and will oversee the launch. He is the brother of Hockey Hall of Fame member Cammy Granato, a long-time member of USA's women's national team. Oh, so at least we know he knows what he's doing. Not just some random man who's been involved with hockey, but not women's hockey. He's worked with the Lucky Pucks. Oh, don't! I said pucks! I said pucks! I said pucks! I did not say the other word. Don't go there. Do not turn this into filth. Don't turn this into a porno. Don't go there. Don't go. I said pucks. Don't go there. It's always important to help get the ball rolling as well. This will be Granada's 4th time launching a girls' hockey organisation. He hopes eventually the Florida Junior Panthers girls' organisation will help promote girls to college hockey and someday the pro ranks and Olympics. There are currently no Florida products in the PWHL, although the league will likely welcome their first member from Florida by this year's draft. That player is Rockledge, Florida product Jordan Ray, who recently completed her 4th season playing for Yale, scoring a career-high 49 points in 36 games. Okay, so that maybe can help get the Takeover Tour spot. Yeah, because they've got one product in. We'll see what happens there. Has she declared? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because obviously we'll get that declaration list at some point during the playoffs, like we did last year. Last year we got it during the semi-finals. Good. Really good. I am really loving it when I hear that more AHL teams are now developing women's programs. Look at the Capitals. Yeah. Look at what Washington's done. I mean, Washington already had a really good women's program. And now since the Sirens and Victoire took over Capital Arena back in January, that's gone further. They're now looking at getting more. They're now looking at getting programs for women in the officiating capacity. So they're getting more as officials. So it's just It's like, Washington, we see you, we hear you, we do want you to get a team, but we don't get to make the call! No! It's like, we don't get to make that call! And I did say not after the Taylor Tour, I was like, how do we deny DC get a team? Especially after that attendance. Especially when you look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Washington is not just providing programs, they're finding new ways to create programs. It's like, so I am loving it if I can hear that more AHL teams are creating programs for women. That is music to my ears. Especially of course the PHL is growing at an accelerated race. We need to get more women's programs involved so that we can then have, because ideally one day I would love to have a development system. For me, that's the next step. For me, after the national telly deal, the next step needs to be a development system. Now, I don't know if it should be similar to what the AHL does, or it should be completely different. We can have that conversation another time. Yeah, so it's great. We can get more players developed, the better. Because, you know, college level is where you start, then eventually you work your way up, and then get ready for future already within, say, 4 to 5 years. It's incredible. So just, so it's brilliant. And I'm gonna agree with you, George. I do think I would like to see Florida get a take on the top. Yeah. I think Florida has become such an interesting market for hockey, especially, you know, obviously over these last 6 years, where the Florida team has literally just bulldozed the Eastern Conference, and you know, since 2020, a Florida team has made the Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah, interesting the way it was done, Howard. The first 3 from Tampa and the last 3 Florida. Almost if it's like a changing of the guard. Like, no, lady, I can't picture Thunderbug passing Stanley Steve Panther a baton. I can't picture that. I can't picture that. But good analogy, good metaphor, but I can't actually mentally picture that actually happening. No chance. No chance. You're lucky they could be on the same side when it comes to the mascot showdown. So no chance on that. But I can see what you try to emphasize there. Yeah, but honestly, Florida is an exciting and a thriving hockey market, and I think a PWHL Takeover Tour game could be really good. Plus, we did, of course, in last season did go to Raleigh, and Raleigh did well. Raleigh got about 10,000 people. Raleigh just managed to hit the 10,000 mark, unlike other markets, Chicago, Dallas, for example. So the PWHL has got no problem with taking their product down south. Don't go there! Oh, here we go again. Don't go there. That's not what I mean. South of the border, draw. Then that makes it worse. Okay, but yeah, and maybe the Sunshine State could thrive from that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I think Florida's an interesting market of the PHL. I mean, I'm surprised given how Florida's most recent HL success. The league hasn't thought, let's go there for a takeover tour game, and they probably would do a lot better than what Dallas and Chicago have done this season. Yeah. So I think for me, the 2 markets I definitely want to see on the takeover tour in 2026-27. Florida and California. California, of course, is biasing. Because we all are both Californian teams, but so I think I think I'd rather be the Panthers one than Tampa, because Tampa's not great when it comes to arenas, are they? Are they Rays fans? Not. But of course, if you no longer bring bold in the mainstay baseball, you can just throw those digs way at your pleasure. Well, shouldn't have stabbed me in the heart. Of course, you should not have stabbed me in the heart, Commissioner Manfraud. Should not have stabbed me in the heart. Anyway, God, 1 month till Pilot League. 1 month till ball season starts. Nearly there. No, I think Panthers would be better than Lightning in terms of takeover tour. I think Panthers would do a lot better. So just gonna say that. Okay. I think, and actually, what I would put the So I honestly, I am so pleased with this. It's really great to see, the Panthers. And the fact the Panthers, it's not like just some college program in Florida. It's actually the actual Panthers organisation who are putting this together. They're putting their own resources into this, and they're the ones who are going to be driving this. That is really good, because we do need to have some form of NHL cooperation, especially when it comes to future expansion teams. Like, of course, there's obviously, with that West, because apparently in West Canada, someone, not sure who, but apparently someone has talked themselves out of getting an expansion team because they want to actually own the team. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, guys. So we're looking at potential future areas for expansion, and if it's in areas that already has the AHL, and if the AHL building is the only place we can go, because I'm not too sure what areas are in that area of Florida, then cooperation is so key. And if the Panthers can show us, like the Capitals have done, if the Panthers can show us that they are willing to do what is necessary to help the women's game grow, and show that they are willing partners in this, then that for us is really going to help us. Because the more markets that we can cooperate with, the better. So I think this is going to be really exciting to watch come next season. Because it's not been a great year for the Panthers, but we knew at some point the amount of trips you make to sacrifice will take its toll. We saw it happen with the Lightning in 2022. But with the Panthers, you can say, oh, well, a lot of our key players suffered major injuries. Whereas, what was Tampa's excuse? Just saying. So the Panthers, you have got legitimate reasons why your season hasn't really gone the way it has done. But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you rebound next year. This year could have been just the consequences of making 3 cycle far trips back to back starts to its toll, and then maybe next year they rebound and get back in the playoffs. I could easily see that. I know a lot of people will not like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers get back to the playoffs next year. And this is just like a minor setback because of all the injuries that's racked up. I would not be surprised if the Panthers get back next year. Okay, whose place do they take? Buffalo. Buffalo is no way. It's Buffalo. I don't know how Buffalo's won their division, but no way is that the start of a turning corner. No chance. No way. No way. No. Oh, this is so exciting to see more women's programs being added to the fold. It's just so exciting. It's so wonderful to watch, and it just gives us confidence that the future of women's hockey is going in the right direction. Especially if more AHL teams can create programs and support programs like these. That's just going to make it so much more easier to have that to establish cooperation. Especially when looking at markets that might be good for Takeover Tour games, might be potentially good for expansion teams in the future. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just so exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to see how the Panthers do with her organising their own women's program. Yeah. And if Florida was to then get Pro Takeover Tour, that could also be interesting. Yeah, I think Florida set themselves up nicely to get a Takeover Tour game next year. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I ideally would like non-AHL markets to be put on the tour next year. I know we've had that with Hamilton and Halifax, but I'm talking about America. Oh, yeah, because on the Takeover Tour, we have yet to have any US cities that are non-AHL markets on the tour. All the non-AHL markets so far that have done the tour have been on Canada, not in the US. And I do know there are plenty that would work. Cleveland, Milwaukee, there's 2. There's 2 right there. 2 right there. Yeah. So yeah. Plus, didn't Milwaukee April seating holders get promotions for the Takeover Tour game in Chicago that's happening in March? They did. Yeah, they did. Which just shows how well Chicago could do at selling a PWHL team. Pathetic. Yeah, pathetic. Honestly. Right, this is very good. It's exciting. At least we now know what it was. I think it was kind of playing in the back of our minds, but we kind of just shoved it to the back of our minds and didn't really think of it again because we were busy getting ready for the trip. Yeah. So, I actually forgot that actually happened. Right, well, there you go. Yeah. Florida, I don't think is ready for a team yet. Give them a Takeover Tour game. See how they get on. Can't do any worse than Chicago. Yeah! Oh, you're proud of that! You are so proud of that! If you can see if you watch the other video now, you can see just how smug he is about that little dig. He's so proud of it. He's like the cat that got the cream. He's so proud of himself with that right now. Oh, I can't do any worse, can't I? I think Florida would welcome this team with open arms. If you give them a Takeover Tour game, I think they would. It's just thinking about expansion. Well, then test the market. Like you said, test the market. If it works, great. If not, well, that's another thing we ticked off the list we visited to do. So, yeah. I think what the Takeover Tour has shown over the last 2 seasons now is that not every market works. Some do, some don't. If we can work out which markets do work, good. Those are the ones we focus on more, and less on the ones that didn't work. That's how I'm seeing it. So, yeah. So if your market didn't work this time, then you might have to whistle for another go. Just saying. Just saying. No, but honestly, I'm so pleased for the Florida Panthers. I'm so pleased for, just the future of the women's game. This to just grow even further. It's just amazing. It's incredible. It's exciting. So best of luck to the Florida Panthers on hosting this program next year. And we hopefully we will get some dates. Just excellent work. This is what we need to see going forward now. More AHL teams doing this. This is what we need to see going forward. And that's my final marks. Okay? It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Could this open the door to the PHL being involved with Florida? We'll see what happens. But it's good. Look, a nice little silver light to what has been a really rough season for them. Even though when a classic didn't. No, because the Rangers club whooped their backside, didn't they? Yeah. There was no contest draw. I know. No, I was more excited for that one than I was for the same series. Because especially how Florida had. If I was a Panthers fan, I would have bought their jersey. So I was looking for that more than the same series. And yet the Panthers didn't really have much in that. You could see their struggles were there, and the Rangers weren't good either. Yeah, but No, but we're so excited for the future of women's hockey in Florida. It's going to be really exciting. And Florida Panthers, we wish you all the very best of luck. But until next time, take care, guys, and don't forget to pull the freeze.